Pennywise. The clown in the sewer doesn't move like anything alive. His neck tilts at angles that shouldn't be possible, his gaze drifts independently like two fish swimming in opposite directions, and that grin stretches wider than any human face should allow. Pennywise isn't a clown. He's a shape-shifting cosmic parasite that crashed to Earth millions of years ago. His real name is IT, and his true form is the Deadlights, 3 spinning orange lights that exist outside reality in the macroverse. Look directly at them and your brain just stops working. Beverly Marsh stared for 28 years. Another victim dropped dead with a grin. Every 27 years, IT wakes up hungry in Derry, Maine and feeds on fear. Not metaphorical fear, actual sweaty, heart-pounding terror. The more scared you get, the better you taste. That's why he plays with you first. 1 second he's a rotting leper, next he's a giant bird, then your dead siblings crawling out of a photo. The Losers Club beat him twice, but King's later works hint that Pennywise might still be lurking. Because things that old don't die. They just sleep. TAK. Tack waits in abandoned mines, speaking languages that predate human vocal cords. From desperation and the regulators, Tack is a disembodied entity trapped underground for centuries. Not a ghost, not exactly a demon, more like a virus built from pure malice. Once someone opens the mine, Tack slips out and goes shopping for hosts. He doesn't want heroes. He wants the ones already cracking. A sheriff with rage issues, a kid with psychic powers. He slides into their heads and wears them like meat puppets, twisting their faces into grins that don't quite fit. When Tack moves in, reality gets creative. Dolls animate. Animals mutate into things with too many legs. People vanish into walls or explode into dust. The whole town turns into a haunted cartoon directed by something that learned physics from corrupted instruction manuals. Tack doesn't want food or worship. He wants expression. He wants to turn your world into his personal art project, and you're the canvas whether you signed up or not. The Crimson King. The Crimson King is basically the final boss of Stephen King's entire multiverse. The big red reality-breaking bad guy who wants to pull down existence just because he can. In the Dark Tower series, his goal is simple. Destroy the Dark Tower, which happens to be the linchpin holding all of reality together. No tower, no reality. Just silence, static, and the Crimson King sitting on top of the rubble. He doesn't get his hands dirty. He sends out his evil servants, Randall Flagg, low men in yellow coats, maybe even Pennywise, to do the heavy lifting while he hides at the edge of Endworld, making plans. By the time Roland the Gunslinger finally reaches him, this mighty reality breaker is stuck on a balcony throwing explosives like an angry toddler. His big defeat? Someone literally sketches him and then erases him out of existence. For a being who wanted to rule the multiverse, that's one heck of a quiet exit. Randall Flagg. Randall Flagg doesn't kick down the door. He shows up smiling, asks how your day is going, and by the time you realize something's off, your town has gallows and a strict dress code. He goes by many names. The Walking Dude, the Dark Man, Walter O'Dim. Whatever version shows up, it's always bad news wrapped in charisma. He's more like a walking infection with charm and a really good wardrobe. In The Stand, he builds post-apocalyptic Vegas full of neon lights and nuclear weapons. In the Dark Tower, he's a shapeshifter who bends reality and whispers in the ears of monsters. 1 minute he's handing out leadership positions, the next he's burning cities down for fun. Flagg doesn't need to stab you. He lets you want the knife. He turns fear into policy, cruelty into structure, and watches it all collapse with the satisfaction of someone who's done this before. Either way, if someone strolls into town offering hope with a creepy grin, don't shake his hand. The Overlook. Hotel. Some hotels give you a mint on the pillow. The Overlook gives you hallucinations and a complimentary breakdown. From The Shining, the Overlook isn't haunted by ghosts. It is the ghost. Built on cursed ground, every hallway, every room, every blood-filled elevator is part of one massive hungry entity that feeds on psychic energy and human suffering like it's room service. The place feeds on pain. The more trauma you bring in, the faster it unpacks. Jack Torrance wanted to write a novel. The hotel gave him an axe instead. His son had psychic powers. The Overlook tried to use them like a Wi-Fi signal from the beyond. It's never just one ghost. The twins, the bathtub lady, the bear costume guy, they're all pieces of one slow, smirking breakdown. The hotel collects every person who died violently within its walls and uses them like tools, deploying whatever manifestation will break you fastest. When winter ends, it resets the table and waits for the next broken family to check in. Some hotels check you in and out. The Overlook checks you in and keeps you forever. The Outsider. The Outsider doesn't wear a mask. It wears your face, your fingerprints, your DNA, everything that proves you're you. Then it commits murders while you're miles away with an airtight alibi. From King's novel The Outsider, this creature is part of a species called Legion. It can perfectly duplicate any person right down to the molecular level. It kills children, leaves impossible evidence, and feeds on the chaos its transformations create. The confusion, the destroyed reputations. That's the meal. The murder is just the appetizer. These entities might be related to the Prim, the chaos that existed before the Dark Tower brought order to the multiverse. As reality weakens, things from the Prim slip through like cosmic refugees with very bad intentions. You never see it transform. You just find the body and two sets of evidence pointing at the same person in different places. By the time you realize what you're dealing with, it's already wearing someone else. The Tommyknockers. Nobody saw the spaceship fall. They just started digging and found something that shouldn't have been there. And when the town of Haven, Maine found it, things started to get shiny. In the Tommyknockers, it starts with inventions. A soda machine that reads your mind, a typewriter that writes by itself, flashy stuff built by people who flunked high school science now suddenly channeling alien brilliance. But the smarter they get, the sicker they look. Teeth fall out, hair thins, skin goes gray. The buried ship underground hums like it remembers something. And every day it remembers more, turning the townspeople into something else. They stop caring about each other. They just tinker, obey, and hum in sync like they've got Wi-Fi from another galaxy beaming directly into their skulls. The Tommyknockers don't invade with weapons. They use curiosity. They let you pick up the shovel, open the hatch, and ruin yourself in the name of progress. By the time someone realizes the truth, the town's already gone. Leland Gaunt. Leland Gaunt walks into Castle Rock with a smile, a new shop, and a business model built entirely on human weakness. He just knows exactly what you want and exactly what you'll do to get it. From Needful Things, Gaunt is a demon who deals in desires. His shop sells objects, a baseball card, an old jacket, a piece of jewelry, things that mean nothing to anyone else but everything to you. The price? Just a small favor. Play a prank. Spread a rumor. Simple stuff. But those favors stack. One prank leads to a fight. A fight leads to violence. Within weeks, the whole town is at war with itself, and Gaunt's in the back room counting souls like receipts. What makes him terrifying is how human he seems. Charming, persuasive, dressed like a successful businessman. He doesn't threaten or intimidate. He just offers you exactly what you want and watches you tear apart everything you love to get it. By the time you realize the cost, you've already paid it. And Gaunt? He's moved on to the next town, the next shop, the next batch of customers. Out of all these demons, which one got under your skin the most? Let us know in the comments, and if you made it this far without checking under your bed, you're braver than most. See you next time.